Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great time and hopefully having some good vibes in your life. And happy spring. Now that the weather's changed, spring is a beautiful time for manifesting. And really, it's the beginning of our new year when everything blooms and blossoms. So I was having a great day. I was like, this is the best day of my life. I put the top down on my Jeep and it was, for some reason, like 80 degrees. And I had this feeling, I was like, I'm going to get pulled over. This has happened to me twice where I've done this. This happened the same time last year where I felt the same way. I was in a great mood. I thought I was listening to my music. I was dancing in my car and I felt, you're going to get pulled over. Pay attention to how fast you're going. And I just ignored it. But I got pulled over yesterday, the day before yesterday, and I didn't get a ticket, so that's beautiful. But that just goes to show when you're in a really happy mood, a high vibration, your manifesting abilities are like this. You'll manifest stuff extremely quickly. But anyways, so happy spring, guys. And I wanted to talk about, I've never talked about this on my channel before, which is kind of strange, but whatever. The universal law of free will. This is the best universal law there is. And what I mean by universal law is not like there's some Judge Judy court judging the laws of the universe and watching all of us. A law, it's the universal law is how energy in the universe works, how the universe operates energetically. And the reason it's a law is because it does not change. So these are principles that do not change, energetic principles that do not change. Although I'm sure some beings and some people would love to change how energy works because they're not living it. They have yet to discover how to make it work in their favor, right? So the universal law of free will means that everything from a very high level, from the level of source, everything that you do, everything that happens to you, everything that you experience is a choice. That you are choosing your reality, you are choosing the things that you get to experience for your own soul's evolution. This is important. There are no accidents in the universe. And yes, we can perceive things from the ego and from 3D and say that bad or unfavorable things happen, and I would agree with you. But from a very high level, it was a choice that your soul chose to experience in order to transform, heal energy, and heal karmic cycles, right? So, for example, how many people chose to be born into a family that didn't love and nurture them in the way that they needed, right? That's a gift. That's a gift because you are learning from those experiences and learning how to heal, how to call in the higher self, pulling from the soul and healing that energy and healing that karmic cycle. The reason why, so to speak, negative experiences in the 3D are actually favorable for the soul because they push you to pull from the inside the energy from source, from heaven, from wherever. Pull energy, pull heaven to earth because the answers that you're seeking are not available to you in this reality. And it's your choice to look inward. It's your choice to heal that energy and to heal that situation and that cycle. So the power lies, all of our power lies in free will. And yes, there's been an illusion that, and bad beings or bad people have tried to manipulate us and make us think that we don't have free will, and that's a trick. They don't want us to think that we have free will because if we realize we have a choice, we will choose differently and heal the planet. Get it? So, some people, I'm sure in the comments will be like, well, Megan, I was abused, this happened to me, I've experienced sexual abuse, physical abuse my entire life, etc., etc. I was abandoned as a child. I understand that. And you have the power. The reason you chose that experience is because you have the power to heal it, right? So keep looking inward. Everything is a choice. This also forces you, a lot of people do not like to think, maybe there's a slave programming where we don't want to believe we have free will. We want to believe that we're forced to do things so that we don't, because then we don't have to take responsibility for the outcome, right? So I was hearing a lot about this. Ooh, and I might tick a few people off. Oh well. I've heard this several times. I was forced to get the you-know-what, or I was forced to get a medical treatment in order to keep my job. Were you really forced, or did you choose to get it to keep your job, right? You could have quit your job. You could have done something else. And I understand it's not an easy decision. I'm not saying that at all. But the choice, the power that you have is in your choice, right? Otherwise, if we view things, the world is just happening to us, we become a victim, and a victim does not have, and you start to tell a victim story of, my life, this happened to me, and I have no power to change it, and blah, blah, blah. It's impossible to be a victim. It's impossible. It actually does not exist because we live in a free will universe. And that is the most beautiful thing because it allows us to reclaim our freedom. It allows us to reclaim our sovereignty by saying no to what we do want, by saying yes to no to what we don't want and yes to what we do want, right? So this is where all of our power is. And once you realize, when I talk about unseen entities, or maybe it's like a government or anything like that telling you what to do, it starts to become funny. I'll use this perspective too. We're all part of a universal consciousness, right? We're all made in the likeness and image of God, which means we all have the power of God, right? Which means we all are gods, right? So the Creator creates and doesn't want to be told what to do. Why would the Creator need to be told what to do? You are the Creator. You create the universe. Get it? So you have free will. You created this whole reality for yourself. So the free will aspect and denying, if there's a lot of people who deny free will, and that allows for spiritual bypassing, because when you deny free will, you become a victim, and then you need a savior. You need something to save you, and you are powerless to change your situation. You are waiting on an external force to save you, which doesn't make any sense, because you're the universe. You are the Creator, right? You're just creating that experience to show yourself how powerful you are. So, for example, a grand solar flash that comes in, and all of a sudden we're all awoken and we're in 5D and we're completely conscious. That is a savior complex. That violates free will. It's my choice to decide how fast I evolve. When I evolve, I am the Creator. Not the solar flash. Not religion, by the way. So being a victim is impossible. And once you really start to realize that, it's an incredible relief that you don't have to tell a victim story over and over and over again, right? So I think that's my little spiel for today. Oh, no, one last thing. When it comes to unseen entities and free will. So if you are someone who has psychic abilities, or if you channel, or if you're a medium, notice entities who try to interfere with your free will by telling you what to do, what to think, that kind of thing. Same thing goes for what we're learning in our government, in leaders in position of power, telling people what to do, telling people what to think. That is slave programming. It violates universal law. We have a free will universe. If you were to listen to them, that is your experience. You're choosing to listen to them, right? So you're still not a victim if you choose that experience. So, okay, so that's my last little bit. Lots of love to you guys. I'll be back with more videos.